when the father is not there, the mother tries her level best, but she can never feel that hole. In the soul of a child, there is a hole, and that hole is in the shape of a father.
Hi, Dada.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks, and you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good,
Welcome to Sikha's Apple Crunch.
Thank you.
Sikha's Apple Crunch. Hello, Apple Crunchers. So today, specifically with regards to Father's Day, I selected one of the people for me who has created the greatest inspiration, especially in our community. The only man in our school who could sing a school song. We, along with the parents, all the mothers, like, what does the song say? All the girls in blue. Even now, they live at And what I really wanted us to do is to discuss specifically the question of Father's Day in South Africa, especially in terms of fatherlessness, especially, and just the general trends, and seeing from Dada what for him it means to be a father, the role of fatherhood, and the place of it overall in South Africa, especially.
No, this is I'm very happy to have this opportunity to just talk to you about this. I think it's a very important subject, especially in the current context, in terms of what's going on in our country, and the pain that the country is suffering, and the tears and the blood that's flowing. The lives of your children, and even in the life of your wife, you need to be that stable leg. Stable leg. What do I mean by that? If you look at the compass, the mathematical compass, it's got one steel leg, and then this other one where you put in the lead pencil. Now, if this lead pencil is your child, you're right, this leg that is stationary needs to be firm and strong, as this one is drawing that circle of his or her life. Wow. That circle will not be perfect if this leg is not strong.
That's so profound.
Is it? Wow. Yeah. So you need, when fathers are not there, those circles become wiggly. You know? So we need to be present in the lives of our children. So young men, you are in it for the long haul. You are in it for the long haul. It's a very, 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 very fulfilling role. I'm telling you, it's a very rewarding and fulfilling role. So I'm happy to be a father.
You're happy to be a father?
I'm happy to be a father. So I mean, speaking from my personal view, I'm a father of 4 girls. 4 beautiful girls. I thank God for them. And I have had the privilege, the special privilege of being present in their lives as much as possible. And I think it's something that I will treasure all the time. It is something that keeps me going, that I was there. You know, when they got their blue certificates, I was there. When they hurt their knees, I was there. When they jumped into the pool, I was there.
Yes, they jumped.
Yes. Yes, I was there. When they took their first step, I was there. It is something I will never exchange, and I can never exchange for anything. I'm talking about now just the feeling that a father has who is present in a child's life. Now, if you look on the other side of things, the child himself or herself, growing up with someone who would walk with him to school or drive with her to school, whether it's a boy or a girl, drive him or her to school, somebody who would like fetch him or her, somebody who would sometimes be abused. When I say abused, I mean the child leaves something at home and expects you to bring it to school.
Goodness.
Yes, expects you to bring that to school. And you do it as a father. And the child feels like There's someone who I can trust.
For you as a father who has 4 beautiful daughters and many more, what are some of the primary values that you've instilled in them?
A sense of knowing who they are, because I think it's important, of knowing who they are. I've tried to instill in them a kind of strong self-concept, to look at themselves and love themselves, even sometimes during difficult times. I've tried to help them forgive themselves sometimes when they do something wrong, to know that it can happen. I've also tried as much as I can to kind of tell them that the world is not a fruit basket where you can just go out there and get what you want. You work for what you want. I've tried to inform them that they can achieve anything they want to achieve. They need to believe in themselves.
Yes.
Believe in themselves. I've also tried to instill some sense of spiritual understanding that out there is a God out there, and therefore their lives need to be founded on something.
Yes.
You know, because if they're not founded on something, they will be floating all over the place. I mean, there's something that says a saint is a sinner. There's a song. There's a line that goes, a saint is a sinner who fell down and got up.
Yes.
And got up. So in life, you're going to fall.
Yes.
But the most important thing is to rise.
To get up.
You know, yet I rise.
Yes, I
Remember that
rise.
poem.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've tried to instill such values to them, and also just discipline and respect for people. Respect for themselves, respect for other people, and respect for the rules of the game. I mean, in one of the studies when we were at university, we were told about complexes that develop, you know, with children. Things like Oedipus complex, Electra complex, you know. And that means there is an attachment. There is something that draws a girl child to a father. And that feeling is so strong that in one of Elizabeth Plath's poems, she talks to her father in very harsh terms, because the father passed on before she could resolve the complex. And therefore there was this unending pain that the father died before she could resolve it. Now, we might not think about those things when we talk about children and girls and boys in our homes. But the effect is big. Somebody who embodies, you know, love. Somebody who embodies protection. Somebody who embodies provision. Somebody who embodies encouragement, support. So that is what the child desires. Sometimes they get into situations where they feel like, I can't rise from this one, you know, I can't rise from this one. And during those times, they need someone to talk to say, I have fallen and I've fallen hard, you know, and I would want you to help pick me up, you know, not pick me up literally, but just talk to me as to how best I could deal with this situation so that I can rise again. So you need to be there to walk with her even during those times and reawaken in her that sense of I can do it. You know, I can do it. So the father walks along the child, holds the hand of the child all the time, or is just there. And the child knows that when I fall, you know, at least there's somebody who's going to be there to pick me up. That's a tough one.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, it's a tough one. So that's why sometimes it's easier to destroy than to build. You know, when the child lies there in pieces, you need to put all of those pieces together. You know, if they say Humpty Dumpty, all the king's men and all the king's horses could not put Humpty Dumpty together
What happened to Humpty Dumpty? I mean, don't Humpty Dumpty, I'm telling you.
Yeah, so my sense is this, Rachel. Well, I don't want to go back to what I said, that it takes both parents to raise this young man. You know? And the father, the lead taken by the father in the life of his son is important. The way the father conducts himself is important in how the child grows up and models his life after the father's life as much as possible. Now, in a situation where that damage has been done, my hope is that there are still men out there, all right? There are still men out there who could reach out to these young men. I would say they should not give up. In the first case, they should not give up. They should do what I said they should do, look around for somebody to talk to. Because this thing of not talking, this thing of not expressing your emotions is not good. Is not good. There are realities out there. When it is painful, it is painful. When it demands that you be sad, you should be sad. Right? But how you handle those emotions also is very, very important. And there's nothing special about a man who does not cry. There's nothing special about that. You know, all what we see are the problems that we see out there. It's important. No one will know how you feel. No one will know how far the cracks have gone until you express that. You know? Now, so firstly, I want to say, take responsibility. You know, take charge of that situation and do something about it. And that doing something about it is go to somebody, talk to somebody, right, about the way you feel, about how things are. Find somebody with whom you could feel comfortable talking, you know, and exposing whatever fears you have in terms of life. That could be my advice, because I also have this sense that God created us. When we break, God mends us. God can mend us. So that's why I will keep going back to the spiritual side of things, to say it's also important that you build your life onto something. If you want to go to a teacher that you feel safe with, I was a teacher at Tubaletu, and by God's grace, I was in the guidance sphere. I was in the guidance sphere, and so I spent a lot of hours with broken young people, and they felt safe to talk to me about things. Hopefully, there was something I contributed in their lives for them to be able to rebuild their lives and regain, a sense of manhood, of sense of being, and a sense of I can do this, I can be something. Even though I had reached a stage where I thought I would be nothing. First thing that they should know is that it is very important to have hope. Because when you lose all hope, you go down. It is when you lose all hope that you begin to go and find things and do things that could end up destroying your own life. What is important here is to continue to understand that in you there is something that is waiting to become. And as you grow, that which is waiting to become, would hope, therefore, helps to sustain that and draw that out. Hope helps you to go out and find ways and means that could help you become what you are destined to become. Now, I say, with people who are in hospital or maybe people who are sick, if you go there and you find them very, very sick, those who have hope continue to fight. Those who have hope continue to believe that they will go back to their families. But those who lose all hope begin to go down. So it's only downwards when you lose all hope. So even if your father is not there, it is not the end of the world. The hole is there. You want to fill that hole, but you can still make something of your life, even if your father is not in your life. Even when there is no food to eat, even when there is no job, even when there is no love from friends and everybody else, all of those things do not mean you cannot be something. So I wish that that hope can be revived in all young people, to know that even if you were abused as a child, even if things were said about you, that you will be nothing, you should know that God does not create nothing people. God creates something people. You will be someone one day. So many young people have grown in this environment where the father has not been there, and they've made a success of their lives. I was listening to one radio show. One young female doctor was talking about the absence of her father. And she said, I feel the pain of not having a father, but I did not allow that pain to hold me back. I am today. I will not say I am what I am today because I didn't have a father. I will not say that, because it's not so. I am what I am today because I decided to make something of my life and not allow my circumstances to hold me back. So please, young people out there, be hopeful that you can make something of your lives. Let us embrace the opportunity that we all have to make something of our lives. Learn as much as you can, work as much as you can, love as much as you can, forgive as much as you can, and finally, be what God has destined you to be. The world is not filled with people who hate you. The world is filled with people who love you. We love you so much. And so it is important for us, therefore, that we raise children who love themselves, who have great self-esteem, children who have hope, and children who are successful. Thank you.
Thank you. Happy Father's Day.
Same to you. always that temptation to throw it back to this person. Sihle, thank you so much.